The following podcast episode contains elements of 3D audio, meaning sounds may appear as if they are coming from all sides. Headphones are recommended and listener discretion is advised. And don't forget to keep listening after the episode for a special bonus scene. Wake up, Timothy.
Man, are we in Baltimore?
No, I am currently trying to find parking at the Senate building in Washington, D.C. If I can find a goddamn spot. Oh, would you look at that? Ted Cruz parking in a disabled spot. Of course.
What the hell, man? I thought we were supposed to go to Maryland.
We are in Maryland, technically.
No, we're not. We're in Washington, D.C., which should be a state, and you should fix that.
Oh, believe me, I've tried. Don't you think I want more states to lobby to? D.C., Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands, Guam. I mean, you name it. I'd annex Canada if I could. And trust me again, I've tried.
Oh yeah, you guys tried to take Canada back after the revolution. I forgot about that. Well, we could be learning about that if we could, find the other embodiments instead of wasting time in the Senate building. We need to get to Baltimore to meet the embodiment of An Only Hope for Maryland.
Ha, him? No, I'm not worried about whether or not he voted for me. He owes me. We'll go meet him later, but for now, we need to search my old Senate office to find my Game Boy.
Wait, why are we at your Senate office to find your Game Boy, and why do you have an office at the Senate building?
Perks of being America's lobbyist and the embodiment of An Only Hope for America, baby.
Okay, but why the Game Boy?
It's a vintage Pikachu yellow Game Boy Color I got back in the 90s and just kind of forgot about after the Pokemon craze died down.
I mean, I don't think the craze died down. It's still pretty popular. I play it.
You do?
Yeah, dude. I play Arceus on my Switch, and I play Emerald on my Game Boy.
Oh my god, do you want to sit in my office and play for a while?
I mean, yeah, man. Why not? I can show you how to get Mew.
The Mew? How? He is but a legend.
Well, I mean, he's like a line of hex code or something. I'm not real sure how game design works, but yeah, dude, we'll have to restart your game, but I can get you Mew.
Timothy, I am truly impressed with your mastery of the Pokemon universe. I have misjudged you for many, many years, and I am sorry. I love you like a son.
I mean, yeah, you misjudged me, but you don't need to love me like a son. That's weird.
Well, then I will appreciate you like a producer.
That's good enough.
All right, America, well, we make our way up to... Oh, wait a minute, we haven't even said the name of the show yet.
Oh, yeah, I don't think we said it the last 2 episodes either.
And whose fault is that?
I mean, man, I was a little distracted that JFK Jr. is alive and kind of a George Costanza.
Fair enough. Well, hello, America, and welcome to America, the podcast presents
Road Trip,
a journey across America. All right, America, with that out of the way, Tim and I are going to head up to my Senate office and start searching for my Game Boy and begin playing. And while we do that, you can listen to the greatest segment in American history, My American Life. It's time for My American Life, a segment where you, the American people, ask me about my American life. Today's question comes from Little Julio from Baltimore, Maryland. Little Julio writes, Dear Mr. Thebadias, have you heard about the trash continent in the Atlantic Ocean? Signed, Little Julio, Baltimore, Maryland. Well, Little Julio, indeed I have. In fact, I own 2 homes on the trash continent itself. I also own 3 homes on the one in the Pacific, and am currently house shopping on the one in the Indian Ocean as well. So if you have any leads, please tell me. Anything over 500,000 square feet and a pool and a movie theater is okay. Not a deal breaker, but would be preferred. This has been My American Life. My American Life is truly American indeed. It's gotta be in here somewhere in this drawer. If you want to order food from the cafeteria, you can. Just put it on Mitch McConnell's tab. I hate that guy.
Oh, hell yeah, man.
When the military told me back in the 60s they were making a human-turtle hybrid to serve as a senator, I called them crazy. And here we are 50 years later, and we still have Mitch McConnell. I just wish they hadn't used clan DNA to make him. Where is it?
I mean, it's rare. Did you check your safe?
Good idea. What was my password? 69. That's right. Success. All right, let's see. What do I have? The votes for Al Gore that I stole during the 2000 election. My gun. Always keep your guns locked away, everyone. Let's see. The exact location of Amelia Earhart, of course. She wanted me to keep it a secret. Long story. And, yes, my Game Boy.
Oh, dude, hell yeah, I haven't seen one of those in years. Oh my god. Wait a minute, hold on. It's the yellow Game Boy. Why aren't you playing the Pokemon Yellow version?
Because I chose American Red. Not the blue version, though. That's for weirdos.
Yeah, fair enough. They had lesser Pokemon in there. Like, what do you got, Meowth? That's it?
Exactly. All right, let's start this thing up and... Oh, wait, the batteries are dead. Of course, it's been 20 years. All right, America, while we go find some AA batteries, you can listen to Great American Facts! On today's Great American Facts, I shout at you about the great state of Maryland. The state crustacean for the great state of Maryland is the blue crab. Marylanders across the state celebrate the blue crab by boiling it alive and then eating its flesh. And let me tell you, it is delicious. One of many nicknames for the great state of Maryland is the Old Line State. The name itself comes from the battle fought by 400 American revolutionaries led by Colonel William Smallwood against 10,000 British soldiers, allowing then General George Washington and his men to escape the clutches of goddamn King George. Sadly, this event was not covered in America, the podcast presents the American Revolution, as I was not present at the battle. But you can hear other stories from my very important perspective of our country's founding by subscribing to my very important show, America, the Podcast, on your favorite podcast app, or simply by visiting americathepodcast.com and listening to Season 5, The American Revolution. Did I say America enough times, America? No, I did not. America! Great American heroes Harriet Tubman and Frederick Douglass were both born into slavery in the state of Maryland and each fought to end the barbaric practice throughout their lives. Harriet did so as a spy and military leader for the American Union, rescuing 70 people in 13 trips according to her notes, and Frederick did so through his public speaking, activism, and writings. There is no joke here, I just wanted to talk about how amazing Harriet Tubman and Frederick Douglass were. The great state of Maryland helped standardize firefighting equipment by nearly burning Baltimore to the ground in 1904. The fire itself lasted almost 30 hours and destroyed 1,500 buildings and entire neighborhoods. Did I start that fire in an effort to get the government to purchase my new line of firefighting equipment? Maybe, but you'll never know. Oh wait, is there a statute of limitations on arson? Oh, there is. Oh, then it was me. Oh wait, but is there a statute of limitations on homicide? Oh, there isn't. Well then, I did not set the fire in Baltimore in 1904 with a set of matches that I got from the Belvedere Hotel. This has been Great American Facts! Those were truly some great American facts indeed. All right, America. Well, Tim and I got some AA batteries from Cory Booker, and now we're headed back to my office to start the game. While we do that, you can listen to this commercial. We'll be right back. Is exercise bad for you? One man believes that your body is a battery and stores energy, so therefore working out may be draining your very life force. Tonight on ATP News at 10. And we're back, America, and it is time for you to listen to me and Tim play Pokemon Red.
I gotta stop you right there, man. We have to move on. We don't have time to do a two-parter.
But I want to play my game.
I know, man, but we can come back and do a DC episode after we've done the first 13 states, and we can just start playing from there.
I do like that idea and do value your Pokemon knowledge. Maybe we could make it a whole thing and put it on Patreon.
Yeah, maybe we could and will, America. Hint, hint. Anyways, we need to move on to Baltimore and meet the embodiment of an only hope for Maryland, who is, what's his name?
Oh, Ed Poe.
Oh my god. Are you about to tell me, at the end of this sentence, that we have been sitting in your office searching for a Game Boy instead of hanging out with Edgar Allen Poe?
Yes.
Son of a bitch, dude. We have wasted this whole Maryland episode in what is objectively not Maryland instead of hanging out with Edgar Allen Poe, my favorite poet.
Yeah, you and every other goth kid that sits in a graveyard on Halloween.
No, you know what? There's no need for that. Just cut to a segment so we can get to Baltimore and hang out with Edgar Allan Poe, who is inexplicably alive.
Oh, it's not that interesting of a story. I was walking by a park bench, saw him freezing to death, and then found out he had been poisoned by some asshole named Reynolds, and, well, I nursed him back to health, made him the embodiment of Maryland, and he's been hanging out ever since, advised on every single M. Night Shyamalan movie.
That's freaking awesome, and I would love to talk to him about that, so cut to a segment and let's go.
Fine. All right, America, it's time for Facts About Maryland. It's time for slangin' and bangin'. Slangin' and bangin', that's the words you came up with that I'm going to fire one of you. I hate that name. That's not the name of this segment, but the slang is about Maryland today. Our first word is bop, meaning a distance that is longer than one would like to travel. For me, by car, that would be about 2 miles, but I would travel anywhere by private helicopter or private jet, because I have access. Our next word is hun, which is short for honey, a sort of endearing way to refer to a friend. I really have nothing mean to say about that, as it is kind of nice. How you doing, hun? Now it sounds weird. This word is Jimmy, referring to a male blue crab, and I feel like they could have come up with something better, not a human name, because then I just feel like I'm meeting my friend James. This has been a segment about Maryland slang. And we're back and outside the home of one Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh my god, this is so cool, I can't wait. Oh my god.
I am Edgar Allan Poe.
Hello, Ed. How are you?
In darkest sorrow I now muse and say, my heart doth ache with grief's consuming flame. For lost love's sake, dear horrid day hath taken joy that once called me by name.
All right.
In this bleak world I cannot find delight, and happiness seems now a fading dream. For her sweet smile my soul doth take flight, leaving me in endless, endless screams. But death doth call, and I shall answer soon, and in his arms my love and I shall meet together forever in love's warm boon, forever lost in ecstasy complete. Thus, though my heart doth ache, I'll not despair, for in death's name my lost love I'll repair.
What does that even mean?
I don't know, but I loved every second of it.
I see you've brought me a fan, Thebadias.
No, this is my producer Tim, who just happens to be a fan, and we need to come in and speak with you.
Very well. Would you care for some pretzels?
Sure.
Well, you can help yourself there in the pantry. Please take your shoes off.
Why is this place so shitty? I thought all the embodiments got like $1 million a year.
He spends it all on alcohol now that he can't die. Listen, Ed, we need to talk.
You keep saying that, but your words seem to repeat.
Because you keep saying weird things. You know what? I don't even need to be here. I know you voted for me in the embodiment ceremony. You did, right?
Indeed I did. Edgar Allan Poe, the embodiment of an only hope for the great state of Maryland, voted for you, Thebstad.
Wonderful. Timothy, grab a handful of pretzels and let's go to South Carolina. Thank you, Ed.
But I haven't even gotten to ask him any questions yet.
You may ask me one.
Okay, how long did it take you to write The Pit and the Pendulum?
37 minutes and 41 seconds.
That was really long.
Thank you.
All right, enough of this. Ed, thank you for your help. Tim, grab a handful of pretzels and... Wait, do you have oatmeal cream pies?
I do.
Perfect. Grab some of those, Timothy. All right, America, it's time for Tim and I to hit the road and head to South Carolina. Thanks for listening, and don't forget to follow the show on iTunes or subscribe on Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts, and AmericaThePodcast.com. We will be in your ears again soon, reporting from South Carolina. For now, good night and good fight.
Okay, before we go, can I please just ask one more question? Please, 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 please.
Well, that's up to Edgar.
Oh, fine. You may ask another.
Okay, sorry, it is a two-parter, but who was Renfield and why did he try and kill you?
He was my neighbor, and I refused to cut my hedges, so he poisoned me.
Wow, I really thought it was going to be like a lover or something, but...
Oh, people kill people for stupid reasons all of the time. Take me, for instance. I killed 150 slave owners during the Civil War.
That's not a stupid reason.
Oh, I know. I just wanted to brag about myself a little bit.
All right, let's go. Where are we headed again?
That is enough questions from you.
I wasn't talking to you, Ed. Where are we going?
Why, we're headed to the great state of South Carolina.
Please leave.
You've been listening to America, the podcast presents Road Trip, a journey across America. The show stars Tim Phillippe and Theb and starred the embodiment of and only hope for America as themselves. Additional voices heard in this episode were provided by the wonderful cast of voice actors listed in the show notes. Writers for the show include Tim Phillippe, Andrew Turner, Alana Matos, and Theb and starred. The show's theme song is by Timmy Two Step, and all other music and sounds heard in this show were procured through the sources listed in the show notes. Road Trip, a journey across America is mixed and edited by Tim Phillippe at Shway Media Studios in Austin, Texas. Executive producers for the show are Alana Matos, Tim Phillippe, and Theb and starred. All characters portrayed in this show are completely fictional. Any similarities to persons alive or dead or any other copyrighted material is completely coincidental. I don't see why I had to say any of that.
It's because we don't want to get sued.
And therefore we have to tell the world that Phineas Fickleby is Phineas fictional.
Pretty much.
Well, I don't like any of that. Where was I? Ah, yes. For more information, please visit shwaymedia.com and americathepodcast.com. Copyright 2024, all rights reserved.
This has been a production of Shway Media, all rights reserved. For more information, please visit shwaymedia.com.